How's everybody doing? Ah, yes. What expecting me? I need to get like the whole thing like ready so I can just like do it each time. I remember like bits and pieces of it like differently, like every time. But it's just like the initial. Ah, yes. It's like it's like my favorite part. This was my favorite part of it. How you doing, Zorgak? Ooh, alright. Let's see, I'll get some stuff ready here. My phone battery's always low. I gotta really think about getting a new phone at some point, but I really cannot afford one right now. Probably doesn't help that I always keep YouTube and Spotify on as like background noise for it. Does not help with it. Oh, wow. What for? Wait, what is that? Is it... Do you do medical stuff, Zorgak? It's either A, medical stuff, or B, it's like, like a metal band or something. No, I was making fun of the title of it. I thought, oh, okay, I was like, either you do medical stuff or you went to see like some like grindcore band that I have not heard about. Because that sounds like, you know, there actually is, I think, an AI thing where you can generate your own black metal band's logo, and like I'm pretty sure you can get some good results if you put dialysis of dysentery in that. Yeah, I do not have any plans to see that movie. I have not seen any like recent movies in a while. I think the last thing that I went to go see in theater was probably oh god, what was it? I think the last thing that I saw in theaters was the Top Gun sequel. I think. There's probably another one that I've seen that I just like can't think of at the moment. Because that was a while ago. I remember... No, I did see something else with my dad like a little while ago that like was... I can't remember what it was. I think it was like an okay film, but it was like, obviously I don't remember much about it, so it can't be too great. I don't want to spoil the train wreck of a movie, but let's just say there's a certain language they get very wrong. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I think like from the trailers alone, I was like, yeah, I don't need to see this. It's like I can be just fine. I can be fine without watching it. It's not on my radar. In terms of like movies that I have watched recently that like aren't newer, so for a while I've been like getting my dad into like trying to like parse out like some anime that I think he would watch, so like we can like sit down and like watch stuff together. Because there's not like a lot of like TV shows that like that I either I have access to or that like he watches that I'm not really into that much. Like him and my sister like binged like Supernatural whenever that was like still airing, and it wasn't for me. So I've been trying to like get some like anime together that like I think he would like. Starting out with like Full Metal Alchemist like a couple years back, he liked it. So I've gone back and like I watched Ghost in the Shell with him, and he really liked that one. I had him watch Akira before that. He liked it. He said it was weird as hell. That was the only comment he had, aside from like it reminded him a lot of Space Odyssey with the ending. I had to cleanse my palate with a good ending movie, Crystal Skull. I'll say Crystal Skull's probably better. I wouldn't say good. Wouldn't be the word that I would describe that with, but I'm sure it's better. I think it was okay. I don't think it was it's like as bad as people make it out to be, but I wouldn't go out of my way to rewatch it personally. I think it definitely had like a good ending to like end off the series with. I think it was very unnecessary that they like made a sequel, but you know, new Star Wars movies, Harrison Ford is like, I'm pretty sure Harrison Ford is like doing this under contract because he did not seem very excited to do the Star Wars stuff. I think either Disney offered him like a shit ton of money, or like B, he was like under some sort of contract to do it. I don't know why this movie released in 2008 have so much CGI. That's not my thing, because I can like, I think when I was talking about the Silent Hill movie, I kind of mentioned, because that was in 2006, that was around the time of like all the CGI stuff. I don't mind mid 2000s CGI. The only thing that like bugs me about it is when like it's overused. When like I know films have a budget to where they could like use good practical effects and like supplement it with CGI. Because there's movies that I've seen before that like do like a good mix of like practical and CGI stuff. I think that's when like CGI is like at its best. Like I know this is like way later than like the 2000s, but it's for like a mid-budget movie. The like Shin Godzilla is a really good example, I think, of like a good mixture of CGI and practical stuff. Hell, I think even Godzilla Final Wars is like a great movie with like that's probably a better example, because that's like around the same time. Godzilla Final Wars is like fantastic for like the mix of like old school practical stuff and then like putting CGI on top of it to clean it up a little bit. Yeah, stuff like that, and just like I don't know, yeah. But as I was like watching Ghost in the Shell, this is kind of like to like bring it back to like some of the stuff that like we've been playing on stream here recently. I'm like noticing, I'm like, man, I'm watching and like engaging with a lot of stuff that has like Gnostic themes in it. And I'm like, it's like this is interesting. It's like cool for like definitely for like occult, like stuff with like occult themes. It's like it's like a cool like thing for like fantasy settings. But like I was like sitting around and thinking about that. I was like, it's like, that's a little weird, because like Ghost in the Shell is just like straight up like, even like transhumanistic stuff that's like straight up just like Gnosticism. Like trying to leave like the mortal body behind because it's like an seen as like an imperfect or like an imperfect thing, you know. And then like Silent Hill 1 and 3 are just like Kabbalistic alchemy themes everywhere, like all over the place. Which I don't know why I didn't like pick up on it, but like, or why I had forgotten about it. But like when I was talking about the in Silent Hill 1, when one of the keys for Alessa's room is a it's called like a Seal of Solomon. Like I forgot, like, oh yeah, that's what like what's now called the Star of David, like that's what it was called before, back in like medieval and like ancient times, because it was like it wasn't a symbol of Judaism, like of like mainstream Judaism per se. It was more of like the Kabbalistic school, and like alchemical stuff. And I was like, okay, yeah, that's why it's there. So I was like, yeah, I'm like watching a lot of media that's just like, that just happens to like have a lot of like Gnostic themes in it. It was more prevalent in Sunniism to Beach. It shows up in a lot of places. There's that. There's like an Ethiopian Order of Solomon, I think, that also used it. Like, what was I? I was like looking into this a little while ago. Yeah, there's like a scroll that's like from the Fatimid Caliphate that has that on it. Like there's coins from like Morocco and like Northern Africa that use it a whole lot in like those in those caliphates from around like the 4th century or something. Not 4th century, like 11th century, I'd say. Yeah, it shows up in a lot of places. But it was kind of like, it did not become like used as like an overall like symbol of Judaism until like the formation of Israel. Like it was like kind of all over the place. In obviously there were like some Judaic uses of it, but it does show up in like Islamic stuff, and then like also like in the like 17 and 1800s, a whole lot of like occult stuff really too. Because like I should probably like write some of this stuff down for when we go back to like Shin Megami Tensei, because like there's a lot of stuff from the Lesser Keys of Solomon and the Ars Goetia that inspired a lot of stuff from SMT, and it shows up a lot in those books. And like the whole like 72 sigils thing. Yeah, just like a lot of like occult and alchemic stuff. It would probably weird out some of the guys at church to know that I'm like kind of interested in this stuff, but like mostly as like in an academic sense. Like obviously like I don't believe like any of this stuff, but like reading up on it is like a good source for like a lot of the stuff that I read up on for like other religions or like occult stuff, like I like to use for like world building aspects for like my D&D setting, like especially when I'm doing stuff related to like demonic encounters. Like I kind of want to like incorporate some like occult stuff from like the real world to kind of like build on it and like give it that kind of like really like I like to implement like a lot of the like secret of society stuff in like when like my party goes out to like fight cultists, and like I like to include like investigative stuff, like we gotta like figure out who's like the secret cultist. I swear I'm not a heretic skull when he gets grilled at church. I'm not, no. No, I do not. Dude, I get into like, oh god, which I really should not do because I am like a recent convert into Orthodoxy, and like I know like the little that I do know about theology. I will get into like, I'll watch videos like from Orthodox channels, and like occasionally they'll pop up like some Protestant people who are like kind of I'll say badmouth Mary, and like the whole veneration of the saints. It's like I will get into slap fights in YouTube comments about that, and I really shouldn't. But I do. It's like I should like spend more time like reading like church fathers stuff before like I even like get into that. But like it's just like my one semester of like, or my 1.5 semester of doing like study into like Christian history is just like, yeah, I don't know. I've come to the conclusion that like Protestantism is like way off reservation. It has been for a while, especially now. But not to get like too deep into like theology talk and like religion, which I guess is kind of related to Morrowind. We're gonna be like doing a lot of stuff related to that, but not to get like too like mired in that stuff, because that could quickly devolve into, you know. But no, the Space Marine quote, "I'm no heretic," he says while he's wearing the Chaos Space Marine skin. Yeah. He says his 2 Black Templars are quickly approaching him. I swear I'm only casually into reading the Ars Goetia. We can save Christianity talk for Crusader Kings. If we ever do like a Byzantine game, I'm down to like talk about it, because like you cannot talk about like the Byzantine Empire without talking about the Orthodox Church. Like, it is literally impossible. Because like the emperor was like directly involved with the church. It's like you literally can't ignore it. I would do that at some point. That could be like a fun one to talk about. I would just have to like get like a lot of notes together and like obviously like be not like careful about it, but just like very like a lot of like preparation, I guess. Okay. So there's a couple things I want to do this stream. One especially, I really want to get the boots of blinding speed. I need to get those boots, and I need to move Luna because she is currently in my lap, cradled like a baby, because she likes sitting like that, and my left arm is out of commission right now because I'm holding her. What are you doing that for, huh? You know I'm talking about you. You're looking right at me. I'm gonna put you down. Don't freak out. Here. And move you a little bit. Don't freak out. Don't freak out. Alright. She is the baby. Alright. I'm probably gonna have to also... Does anybody here sell spells? I need to get some resist magicka stuff. Let's see. Who can I talk to?
Make it quick, Outlander. Speak, traveler.
I'm a guild member. Chill out. Let's see.
Yes, friend. Here not long ago.
Who sells spells in the Aldrune Guild? Ooh, don't open that one. Oh my god, Luna, stop. Don't press the spacebar. She almost hit me with the trapdoor. That's just living quarters. Yeah, we need to pick up some resist magicka stuff, because I mean, I kind of have some. I've got spell absorption. That might resist fire, spell absorption. Yeah, I don't have any like specifically just like resist magic stuff. I've got like resist like elemental stuff, but Black Hand, damage health, poison, paralysis. Knight's Eye also kind of helps counteract it. Hex, ooh, that could be helpful. Ooh, Onduzi's Open Door. We're gonna buy that. Detect creatures, silence, slow fall. That could be helpful later on. I don't need that right now though. Absorb personality, blind. You do not have it. Okay. Let's see. What school is that? Is alteration? Ooh, my alteration's only 33.
Something.
I really need to train my other schools. Cause I mean, like even destruction's a little low. Which I mean, like, yeah, like long blade and like my physical stuff is like my focus, but magic's secondary. But I would like that to be a little bit higher. When did I get an Ogrim Titan soul?
What now?
Alright, so we need to go to Caldera. How does it make you feel that New York City's water isn't kosher? I saw that. I saw that and I was like, that's crazy. I mean, it doesn't affect me. But I mean, that kind of sucks for them. Like, oh man. I was like, I read that and I was like, the fuck do you mean there's tiny shrimp in the water? It's like, what do you mean? Ooh, you don't go to Caldera. I mean, it's just the south. We could walk there. I was like, that's wild. I could also probably pick up some more stuff while I'm in town here. I should probably restock on some stuff. And get more, some higher alchemy, I think. Yeah, 45. Actually, we're doing pretty good with alchemy leveling. Enchanting, too. Yeah, that's actually not that bad. Like, what does it mean for the laws there? That's probably, I mean, realistically, what's probably going to happen is, like, someone's going to say, we'll look into it, and they will not look into it. Because that sounds like something that is, like, a logistical nightmare to deal with. Like, it's like, how the fuck, like how the fuck do you deal with like microscopic shrimp in the water in like a city that big without just like going fucking bankrupt? Let's see. What do you have? Restore health, grief, common disease, paralyzation. Potion, yes, potion of drain intelligence. That's what I need. You do not have a whole lot on you. Ooh, the bug musk is actually really helpful. I'll buy like one more of those. I don't need like tons of them on my person. You can make some restore fatigue potions here. Buy some frost salts too, just to hold on to those. We'll just make a ton of potions here. Restore Magicka. Let's try to lower that.
I'm listening.
Okay. Do I have any... I don't have any Fortify Intelligence, do I? Yeah, we need to make our money back after that. Here, we're gonna restock a little bit in the usual places, so we're gonna go back to Balmora. Yeah, my intelligence is 82, but still that could be higher, and I want to make sure these potions sell for a whole lot. I hate how the Byzantine leader that isn't the secret Hitler for Hoi 4 kind of looks like Waluigi. Who do they have for the Byzantine leader? Do they like make him like a
I shouldn't have pushed so hard.
So I don't know like any like I'm not as well versed in like Greek history and like the early modern like in the modern era. But do they try to like connect him to like one of the old Byzantine lines, or is he just some guy?
How does the day greet you, friend?
We'll see if this guy has anything. Restore Magicka. Fortify Agility, Fortify Health. Strength, Agility. Personality. Fortify Intelligence. Bloat and Asham. Do you have Ashams with you? I was just gonna buy a ton of stuff here. Please tell me you have Ashams. Come on, give me a deal. Okay. 234. Alright, that's still good. That's still fine.
How does the day greet you, friend?
Gorgios, Cosmetis, who is just an Anatolian refugee as far as I know. Okay. I mean... Yeah, I mean, it would be kind of hard to, like, get anybody from, like... Byzantine lines did not actually last that, that long. Any of the lines did not last that long because they all just kept killing each other. You did have, like, some... Like, I forget who, but there's... In Crusader Kings 3, there's actually a character you can play as who's not the Emperor or, like, related to anyone in the Imperial line, but he's a... His father was like a general. I think it's the Ducas dynasty. He's related to a general, and they like were at some point in the Imperial line. But, like usually that would happen. Like if like one Imperial line went out, they would still be around, but they would like serve in like roles as like generals or like other kind of administrators usually. You don't have Ashams either, do you? You do not. Who is it that has Asham? I'm just gonna have to like scavenge around like the Balmora streets again. Like dig in the trash for Ashams, like I usually do. Scamp skin. Why is that in there? Take some of the chokeweed, I guess. Why is she why is she blocking the door like that? Let's go dig around in the trash for a little bit. Take off there is just like watching us, just like, what the fuck is Nervar doing? Frantically searching for like someone's like throwing out McDonald's burger so I can use it and like a potion. It's like, I know there's one in here.
Go ahead.
Oh, come on, there's gonna be... There's a dagger. Okay. It's gotta be one in here. I just need, like, one. My intelligence is already, like, super high. Netch leather. Oh, fortify intelligence. Hey, take that. Crush fiber, restore personality, restore endurance. Sure, I'll take that. Okay, let's stop by the alchemy shop. She sells stuff for Restore Magica. I don't think she has stuff for Fortify Intelligence. I think. We can find Ashams near the lake, though. So it's not like the end of the world. She doesn't have anything. Let's see. Yeah, you got more bloat. How much bloat do I have? I've got 16. I don't need any more of that. That's fine. Daedra Heart, Drew Wax, Fire Salts, Frost Salts, Pearl Muck, Marshmallow, Gorehide, Green Lichen, Grave Dust, Scales, Scamp Skin. No, you do not have anything. Okay. Cool. Alright, guess we're going to the lake. I think I can take a Soul Strider to Caldera too from here, or I could just, yeah, we could just walk north. So we are 100% going to get the Boots of Blinding Speed this stream. Now figuring out how to counteract it is going to be another. It's going to be another thing. I know how to counteract it, but I've got to find somebody like with the spell that I want, and we're going to have to like figure out like what I want to enchant. Like maybe my. I really like both these rings, so I'm gonna have to like find something like another enchantment slot on my gear. I could probably find another belt and just enchant that, or I could, if it'll let me, I could like do one of my pieces of armor. So we're probably going to have to get some gold for that, which the potions are going to help out. I think somebody at the Moon Moth fort might have some resist magicka spells. Let's see. Need to start making some fortified personality potions, because those are actually really helpful. Oops, this way. Because like our, yeah, how low was our personality? It was like really bad. 32. Yeah, our speechcraft is 7. What's our mercantile? It is 19. Ooh. Yeah, Melrick is not a people person. Alright, which one of you has spells? Was this guy? No, you've got enchanting stuff. You have anything that's helpful? Fortify, Belt of Iron, Will, Fortified Speed, Willpower, Orc Strength. No, nothing helpful. Do you have any spells? No. Nope. I think it's her. Yeah, you do. Okay. No, you don't. Okay, we're gonna have to find that. Yeah, let's focus on just getting the boots first, then we can worry about counteracting them. I'm pretty sure one of the mages guilds has somebody who can teach me the resist magic. Because I think I don't have to have the enchanted item on my person like at all times. I think if I just like cast the spell then like quickly put the boots on, that also counts. Here, let's soul trap this guy. There we go. Ah, damn it. What is that yellow tick? Drain strength and speed by 10. Damn it. I don't think I have any cure. I've got cure poison. I don't think I have any cure disease. Bunch of restore magicka. Poison resistance, fortify willpower. I should have thrown that on. Disease resistance. Well, that's fine. That's not like 70 strength isn't like terrible. We're basically just back at where I was like 2 levels ago. Come here. Come on. These things are awful because like they just stun lock you so much. Like I can't get any hits in because I'm getting staggered. It's just like my average game of Street Fighter right now. Can't move because I'm getting comboed. There you go. Oh, that healed for that healed for nothing. All right, let's try to find some Ashiams. I think there's yeah, that guy's farm over here. We can get some from over here. So we'll trap this guy. Easy, just like that. It's how many soul gems? Oh, yeah. Sweet. Let's try to pick some of this stuff up on the way. Alright, let's like raid this guy's farm that Vivek hung out at. I'm sure he won't mind. Oh shit. Uh-oh. This isn't good. It actually kind of did like a big hit to my damage. I can tell. Hold on. Okay. Oh, that was restore endurance, not oops. This is not the one I was looking for. I was like, that potion sure is like working real slow or it didn't do anything. It's like, no, that's the wrong one. This is not the, it's fatigue, not endurance. Alright, I hope this doesn't... I think he hangs out in his hut, so I don't think he'll get mad if I like take a couple of ashiums from his farm. Or does he even have ashiums, or am I just misremembering this completely? Oh shit, he has salt rice. Frame, that's for 40, damn it. Take some coneberry, I guess. Ooh, okay. Shit, who has ashiums? Oh, these guys are still hanging out here? Okay, fuck. Hold on, let me double check to see who actually stocks up on this. Plagiad. Okay, so never mind. Hold on. The Buckmoth Legion Fort. That's over by Alderaan. There's like one close by. Let's see, Moonmoth, Plagiad. Probably Plagiad might be where we go. Because I think, let's see here. Yeah, in the Imperial Cult Shrine. Ikfa has it. Oh, but she let me buy any though. Because I'm not a member of the Imperial Cult. Where can I just like find them? Arvel Plantation. Should we just want to like steal from like the... So we could just like steal it from the plantation over here. Hold on. Wait. Hold hold on. Hold on. We're gonna do a little ingredient harvesting here. Gonna be a little devious. This is gonna be the greatest heist in all of Ardenfell. Alright, so it's right across from there. Alright, so we walk in, take as many ash yams as possible, then like water walk away. Okay, let's drink some stuff to like get ready for this. Oh, that restore magic potion is actually pretty good. Oh wow, look at that go! Nice. Is that back up to full? Let's go. Swiggity swooty. He's doing like some fucking like Hanna-Barbera like sneaker. I need like the tippy toe like sound effect when he's like, hold on. You know what I'm talking about here. Hold on. Gonna like. Oh no. Need to increase my movement speed so it like syncs up a little bit faster. It's like whenever we get the boots of blinding speed, like your walking animation is just like it looks so dumb. Okay, so we're gonna have to. I forgot we have scrolls of summon Golden Saint. That's insane. Do I have like any invisibility stuff? Because they're probably gonna get really. They're probably not gonna like the fact that I'm gonna be stealing from them. You know what, let's just like find a field where like nobody is really like watching.
There is someone watching me. I can tell.
Oh, they're all gonna have like somebody like watching over these. Fuck. Alright, what do you guys got? Don't mind me, I'm just visiting, just checking the place out.
What do you want?
Oh yeah, I'm sick. Oh yeah, that disease is not gonna help me. Oh, that's fine. I should only get like a bounty like in this area, I think. If I do this. Like if I do, we can make my money. I can make my money back with like by making potions and like pay off the fine if it like becomes a problem. But I think I might be able to just like run away fast enough. This would be like a really good time to have levitation potions. Alright, where do you guys keep your ash yams at? There's more salt rice. I know you have them somewhere. Is that it over there? Casually trolling the Turks. Casually stealing from the slave plantation. Oh, baby. Oh, it's right by the water too. Perfect. Okay. This is gonna be so dumb. Alright, we gotta have water walk ready because we're gonna get the fuck out of here when we do this. Okay, they didn't care. Do not tell them. A devious lick. Alright, Khajiit, please. Do not. Okay, he can't see me.
There is much to learn.
Okay. Okay. We did it. Alright. Gonna wait for my fatigue to build back up. We're gonna make a ton of potions here. Oh, this is gonna be great. I love doing it. It's not really an exploit. Exploits in Morrowind don't count because like the game is built to like you are built to break this game. Oh shit. Ow. Alright, let's make some potions. Brew some potent potables. Alright, ashams and bloat. Alright, we got one. So we're gonna back out. And we are going to fortify our intelligence 26 points for 72 seconds. Pretty good, 108. Go back in. Wow, that was a lot of failures. $136. That was like we burned through like what 3 or 4 of them. If I'm not happy with the number, I'll reload the save and we can go back in. It's like, oh god, we started at 16. Yeah, that was ooh. Blew through like 4 would-be potions. Okay, yeah, that's yeah, that's pretty bad. Oh, we started at 17. Ew, yeah, that was bad. That was a bad brew. Oops. Drink the potion first. Okay, not restore, but fortify. Being a wizard in itself is an exploit, really. Can't just break reality like that, but being a wizard is cheating, if you really think about it. If I wasn't meant to fly, why doesn't Todd himself stop me? Oh wait, he did. he did. If the tribunal didn't want me to fly around casting like fireballs while invisible, why doesn't Vivek come here and like fight me himself? Answer me that, Tribunal Temple. $225 intelligence. Oh my god. Goofy. Goofy. This is insane. How good is this one? Let's restore intelligence. Where is it? 32 points for 89 seconds. Only worth 85 gold, but this is like the most broken potion in the game. Paradox really should fix the AI because Naval Invasion scumming is too OP. I need to learn how to get good at Hoi 4 at some point. I really do. 200. Oh, are we gonna hit 300 intelligence? Oh, please tell me that we hit 300 this stream. 35 points for 97. Yep. 325. Let's go. I'm the smartest man in all of Ardenfell. Precious brain juice. Just keep going. Just fuck it. Just keep doing it. 399. Oh my god, we're gonna reach 400. These potions are gonna like sell for like insane amounts of gold. Hey, my alchemy went up. Shadow Wizard money, gang. We love causing inflation in the Vardenfell economy. Oh, where'd it go? Where is it? Fortified intelligence, 39. 438 intelligence. Oh my god, look at my magicka! I have maximum 1,314 magicka. Holy shit. I could like fling out so many fucking spells right now if I wanted to. Dude, before we fight Dagoth, or we need to just like... We need to like stock up on like... on these potions and just like... just nuke him. We're just gonna like walk into his chamber. Just like fly around and just like toss like 50 fireballs at him. Oh, this is insane. This is so stupid. God bless you, Todd. How much are these potions worth now? They have to be like... How much is this one worth? Like, what are we looking at right now? 117? I mean, that's better, but that's like, for what it does, that's still like insanely underpriced. 522 is our final number. Alright. Alright, let's make some potions to like crash the Balmora, like crash Balmora's local economy. $522. Good God. We're gonna make like the greatest restore fatigue potion like ever made. Let's see. Restore fatigue. We're also gonna throw in... We've got some other stuff here too. Did I? I think that was the only... Those are the only two ingredients I really have. Yeah, alright. we looking at? 44 points for 120. Whoa! 122 each. That's really good for 10. Oh my god. That's some money right there. That's really good. 44 points for 120 seconds. That's just like bar like shoots right back up. That is insane. Alright, what are these like restore health potions gonna look like? Oh, you know what I should have done? Oh, wait. No, we can. No, what we can do here is... Hold on. We're gonna go back to that guy's... Oh, wait, did I already, like... Oh. Am I gonna have enough time to run over there? And, like, grab all the salt rice? There's, like, some over here. Or are they gonna, like, kill me if I do this? Run. Grab, like, as much salt rice as I can right now. Make some, like, insane health potions. Oh, they don't care? Okay, yeah, they don't even care. Like, right in front of you? They just don't care that I'm stealing all their crops. Cool. Alright. You were making some, like, insane health potions now. Okay, let's go back down and remake those, Restore Fatigue. Beautiful. That is broken. Alright, Coneberry and... Oh, what else was it? I hope I didn't forget the second ingredient for this one. Frost salts. I think we have some other stuff too. That's fortify. I don't need that. Crush fiber, not that. Let's restore health. That's also fortify magicka. That's actually pretty good too. Let's fortify, restore magicka. Sweet. All right. What? These better be like the best restore magicka potions I've ever seen. $10 points for 5 seconds. I mean, that's not bad. We're gonna hold on to all that. 12 points for 28 seconds. That's pretty good. 12 points for 28 seconds. 12 for 28. 9 points for 19. That's pretty good, yeah. Alright, let's make the health potions. We are gonna grab salt rice. Let's see. Resin and some... What else was it? What else? I think that was it. Probably make some fortify stuff. That has fortify intelligence too. Restore health. What does that one look like? Ooh, restore health 12 seconds for 28, fortify magicka 45 for 126. That's really good too. 1566. Maximum magicka. Dude. Might as well grab some of these for later. That is crazy. You can like break the game so fast if you play as a wizard with high alchemy. It's not even that hard. And, like the weird like the like even better like with that, like I'm just doing this to like make money. Like you could, if you really wanted to like just go absolutely crazy with it, you could make just like the strongest like fortify strength or like whatever like stat your class uses primarily. Like if I really wanted to make this class like absolutely broken, what I could do is I could make all those fortify intelligence potions and use them to make like a bunch of like fortify strength stuff, and then just like keep stacking that and like just walk up to everything and like absolutely obliterate it with like one hit. Like max out like like whatever like number maxes out like strength. Just absolutely like nuke anything in the game. I still got like a little bit of that's starting to go down slowly, you can kind of see it. Restore health. Oh, I mean, we could still make like a couple more here. It's not going to be as good, but like 243 is still, that's like crazy high. There we go. Ton of potions, and 252, we are going to make that money back easy. So we'll sell that, and we are going to head to... We're going to sell that, then we'll head like north to Caldera, pick up the Boots of Blinding Speed, and then figure out like who sells resist magic spells. Hello? Oh, God. Failed casting the spell. It's literally impossible. I'm the Mega Mind Wizard. Well, not anymore. Back down to like 82. I think I might have like some Night Eye. Never mind. No, I sold it. Yeah. Yeah, I think Night Eye, if you have... So the funny thing about the... So I think the Boots of Blinding Speed, they only have like... Because the way magic works, it's always like a percent thing. So if you have... If you're like a Breton who has like the... I think the 30% Magicka resistance, the boots will only blind you 70%. So you can kind of see whenever like their ability kicks in. It's like your screen just gets like a little bit darker. It's not like completely blacked out. I think if you stack that with some other stuff, it like progressively becomes like brighter and brighter, which is really funny. It's like the blinding works on like an opaque. It's like you're in Photoshop and the opacity is just turned up, and you gradually just like turn the dial down on it. So I think I also want to look at. We'll focus on the Boots of Blinding Speed. There's something else I want to look into. How's summer life treating you? It is cooking me alive anytime I step outside. Not well. I have yet to go running, but I will be able to thankfully start going. I will be able to go back to the gym this next week whenever my summer semester starts, because my plan was I was gonna like jog like for most of the summer, but then I remembered like how like hot and humid it gets, over here, and I was like, I'm not gonna die of heat exhaustion or get dehydrated. Because I did go running one week, and like I'm pretty sure I like nearly got heat exhaustion because like some guy stopped on his run and he was like asking me if I was okay. Because I probably looked pretty bad. Like it's getting so bad to the point where I'm thinking about like cutting my hair a little bit shorter because like it's just walking around is like really bad right now. Stay safe out there. Yeah, I only did it for like one time. I had like a lot of water with me too, so I was like, I probably shouldn't do this. All right. We are gonna. First things first, I'm gonna get like this disease, or I could just buy a cure disease potion from her. Yeah, I did that one time, and I was like, I'm not gonna run outside when it's like 90 something degrees out there outside.
You will address me with respect.
Okay. I don't need resistance. I've already got the disease. Yeah, Night Eye. That's what I was looking at. Oh yeah, magic. Yeah, okay, so like something like that, magic resistance. That's only 20% though. I mean, it's not a dice roll chance, so I mean that would be helpful for it, but yeah, I don't know. Shave my head in April because I knew it was gonna get real humid here. It's really bad, man. Oh god, do you not have any? Cure poison, cure common disease, thank you. I'll buy 2 of those. Ah, come on. I need my mercantile up. I can't be spending like every time I like try to get like a like even decent deal, they're like, nope. Cannot haggle at all. Let's see, where did they go? Restore Magicka. I wish there was a search function, so I could just find this without like having to like parse through each of them. There we go. Okay. All right, we are gonna sell you all of the restore fatigue potions because I could always just wait that out. $500 gold. That's not too bad. Try to get a little higher though. Ooh, actually. Put on the Telvanni Bug Musk. Try that now. 598. Yeah, there you go. From like 550 to 598. Let's see if we can get a little higher. Easy. Easy money. There we go. Alright. I've got a couple more actually. Let's see. Where are the rest of those? Restore fatigue, 2 of those. Another one of that. And that's pretty good. Nope. $153. Nice. Back up to 900. Alright, to Caldera. We could walk there. It's not too far away. It's not going to be on this road, but I think like once we get into town, we head to the northwest, I think. Ow. Surprised they didn't like just knock me over completely. Should probably get my armor repaired whenever we get into town. Oh, so okay, I'm really excited to like actually be able to like talk about this finally. The artwork for the PNG the PNG tuber thing came in today. So whenever we actually get around to starting Silent Hill 2, which I also want to talk about, like, so whenever so two things, like, whenever we start Silent Hill 2, I'm gonna try and have the PNG tuber thing up and like working. So that's gonna be really exciting. Oh, ow. And for like the actual game itself, let's get this Blackheart Blight. Oh, that's a bad one. Okay. Wow. If we're doing Silent Hill 2, you have to promise me we go for the dog ending. I'm not going for the dog. I can't. I actually can't go for the dog ending because, so for the dog ending, you have to play the game, I think, a minimum of 3 times to even like unlock the ability to get it. Because I think the UFO ending, UFO ending, you can only get it on New Game Plus, and then dog ending, you have to be on like, you have to beat New Game Plus, like all the way through, like without the UFO ending. So you have to get like one of the normal endings. So like we would have to play the game like minimum like 3 times through. Oh god, where'd my cure disease potion go? Cure poison, cure common disease. Sounds like excuses to me. I really do not. As much as I like Silent Hill 2, I would get very bored playing like the same game like 3 times, like back to back to back. But no, I'll have the PNG tuber avatar up, and also, which this is gonna like be nice for like your guys' end and for like me personally. I'm gonna be playing with the a fan mod for the PC version. So I got my hands on a PC copy of Silent Hill 2. This is a really tough rat. This is not doing a lot of damage. And I got the enhanced edition fan mod, which does a whole lot of like really, really nice stuff, like quality of life. Well, not like, there's not like really quality of life changes, but there's like basically a fan-made remaster of the game, and not like it's not like the official remaster where it like actually just like ruined the entire game. Like it's actually like, honest to god, like a complete like full remastering, like supports like, you know, like modern resolutions, has like cleaned up textures, FMVs are like upscaled and like look really nice. It's like in 60 frames. Sound is a little bit like cleaned up. It's just like, it is the, like, in my opinion, it's like the definitive way to play Silent Hill 2. Like it's just vanilla Silent Hill 2, like updated for like modern systems, basically. And like I went in last night to like test it and like check how everything's doing, and it's like I forgot how much time was going, and I was like, I played up until the apartments, and I was like, man, this looks really good. Keeps like the original voice actors and everything. It's actually really nice.
Is it really necessary that we talk?
And it's like, it's actually really easy to set up. I think like what I'll actually do is I might link it in the Discord for you guys because it's really easy to install and everything, and it's like so it's really funny. So the Enhanced Edition mod does not include a copy of the PC version, but they conveniently let you know where to get a PC copy. And the mod just so happens to like disable the DRM for the PC version. So it's really easy to get Silent Hill 2 on PC. I've got a blight disease. Oh no, it's not a common disease. It's blight. Damn it. Shit. Okay, so I just wasted the potion, and I also have to get cured. They don't have a temple here. Okay, well, do you have a potion of cure blight? Oop, nope. Shit, he doesn't. Okay. Am I gonna have to like? We just walked out of Balmore. Am I gonna have to like go teleport back to Balmore and get cured of this thing? Yeah, we're gonna. I guess so. I mean, unless you guys have any, like, potions inside the Mage Guild for sale. Oh. Ooh, maybe. Maybe this guy does. No. He's got Rising Force though. Okay. Do you have any spells? Recall would be really cool. Greater Feather. Dire Weakness to Magic. Ooh. Dire Weakness to Magicka. That sounds like it could be a really good spell for our build. Probably gonna hold off on that though. Yeah, we're not gonna buy any of those.
Where is that slave?
Foe Burner. You just got scrolls. Okay. Back to Balmora. It's only 11 gold. We'll teleport right back there. Spent all that time walking and I have to fucking go back here because blight. I hate blight disease. Are you gonna tell us that you're a cultist of... Okay. He's not gonna tell us that he's a sleeper. Oh, yeah, so the other day, I haven't linked it yet, but I have set up a, your danger to everyone. Wow. Oh, shit. Shield of Light. Restore health 10 points on self. Okay. I've set up a Substack, just because I want to have somewhere where I can, like, put my writing, for later. I think I'm going to start by just, like, putting some of my, like, old papers that I've done, throughout my time in uni. But I was going to upload one of them, just, like, copy and paste it up there, then I, like, started reading through it again, and I was like, God, I can tell that I did not edit this, like, very well. It's like,
Welcome, friend. You're nearly a legend around here.
You hate disease so much, why don't you have a resist blight spell? Man, I just keep forgetting about it, and like, you can't tell like whenever you're fighting something diseased until like you either like get close enough to like for it to tag it as something that's diseased. You know, it's just like, I'd have to like cast it like starting out in the fight, then like pull out my other spells, and it's just like, yeah. If I had something that has like a passive, resist blight, then like sure, but it's just like, it's just too much work. Let's just repair all my stuff. There are definitely papers I've written in uni I would not want people to read because of their quality. So I don't think like it's bad, but it's like looking it over, I was just like, yeah, I would have given this like a 86-2 for a final. It's like, so like the thing that I have like, so like the thing, it's like you're always like overly critical of like your own writing, and I'm sure if like someone else read it, like they wouldn't think it was so bad, but it's like the number one thing that I am like super like hyper, not like hyper aware, but like hypercritical of myself when it comes to writing is like, I do not know how to like write introductions. It is the one part of a paper that I hate writing the most. I to this day dread writing introductions for papers, because I just do not know how to like write something that like sounds like a good introduction. And I'm like 90% sure that like most of the time whenever I get like 80s or something, like it's because my introduction was like not that great, because like the middle section of my paper is like I think what carries my writing. And I was just like reading it over, and I was like, if I'm gonna upload this, I'm gonna at least change the intro or something. My last one that I did for my World War I class, that one wasn't that bad, I will say. But like the ones that I've like written like even a year or two back are probably like not the best. So I think this person that I'm looking for, I've already helped you out, haven't I? Oh, no, I haven't. Hail and well met, stranger, as you can plainly... Hail and well met, stranger. As you can plainly see, I require some assistance if you be kind enough to grant it. Need help finding the festering witch who has robbed me blind and left me for dead. A witch she had to be. I was on my way to Caldera when I met her. She was a stranger like myself, and our conversations lightened the burden of travel. She was quite friendly, and well, you know, we set up camp together. The night she revealed the witch inside cast a spell on me. I couldn't so much as blink, stole everything, even my worn-out clothes. Most importantly, she took my prized axe, Cloud Cleaver. Join with me, stranger, and let's find and extract her entrails together. I will help you find her. I knew you had the bloodlust in you, stranger. I believe she is camped where I left her, up to the northwest. I could be wrong, as the spell disoriented me a bit. It did. You know this area better than me. Lead the way. This witch shall rue the day she met Chlomar Winesot. Chlomar Winesot. Alright. Pros before those. First the witches, then the bitches. I can't with the running joke of the naked Nords in Morrowind. Do I have... Where's Fireball? There's Fireball. Okay. So yeah, further northwest here. There's more than one? Yes. I think there's at least 3 in the Vardenfell, and then you go to the capital, and you meet one in the corner, and like you talk to him, and he's like, "What do you mean? What are you talking about, witches? No, I'm not." He's like, "No, I'm not under a spell. It's just too hot here." We met him on the last stream, and it was really funny. There's this guy, the guy who gives you the magic hat, and I think there's a third one. So I think she's on the road between Caldera and Narmok. He gets mad that you profile him. Yeah, yeah. So I think, if I remember correctly too, the character who gives you the Boots of Blinding Speed, they actually have a bounty on them. And if you talk to people and like, if you talk to them and then like mention their name in like Narmok and Caldera, they'll tell you about the bounty. If you keep asking them about a bounty, they'll attack you. What is this? Egg mine. That was loud. I think I'm heading the right way. Where did he say? Seems a bit chilly today, doesn't it? Me ex Cloud Cleaver, fine blade she is. I know I fear what the witch's touch will do to it. My own father, Balmir, used it himself to slay the terror of Hrothgar's quagmire, he did. Now granted, the terror turned out to be a newborn Nyx hound eating the neighbor's marshmallow. And my father found him and slew him nevertheless, in a grand fashion as I've ever borne witness to. I cannot wait to have the blade back in my hands again. I'll use it to take the witch's head clean off, I will. What a guy. Yeah, I think we just head to Narmok. We'll find her. So he said he was northwest. Did he say he was heading from Caldera or to Caldera? Okay, this is not a road. This is not a road. Here, hang on. Let's head back. I mean, that's the way to Narmok. No, not that one. What is the name of this quest? Hentus needs pants. Yeah, that one. Mage's Guild, recovering Cloud Cleaver. Cast a spell on him. Found the bird for use and see request to take him to find the witch and retrieve Zach's reward. Okay. Oh, no, I think I remember. Okay, no, yeah, I think I remember where. It's like back over on like the road where I met him. It was on the other fork. Right. Let's make sure we don't lose him. Oh, man. I forgot the other day that I forget where it was, but I think I was watching somebody else play Morrowind for a little bit to kind of like just like look at other people's builds. I think it was Joel actually, his like old playthrough, and he mentioned that the guy who voices Jub and like most of the Dark Elves in this game also does Dagoth, which is I forgot, and that's really weird because like those two voices do not sound anything like each other. It's like all the Dunmer in Morrowind, like let's see. Alright, dude, where's this witch? Sound like they just like smoke like 10 packs a day, and like Dagoth is just like not that. The Dunmer and Imperials have the same voice actor. That's great. I forget like how little like. I guess it's because like I don't notice as much. Oh, there she is. I don't notice it as much as Oblivion for some reason, but like I feel like they had more. I guess like the voice readings just had the direction had like more range in Morrowind than it does in Oblivion. Because like in Oblivion, you just hear the same lines from like the same like NPCs over and over and over, and it's like there's like one male orc voice and like one female orc voice and like stuff like that, you know. So we're gonna do that. Oops. Let's use the Sword of White Woe for this.
So what's this regarding?
Hello. I think the problem is Oblivion is that everything is voiced, so you hear it a lot. That is true, but you do hear like some like of the ambient dialogue from the NPCs in Morrowind. Hello, stranger. I see you finally you've already met my good friend Hlomor. My name is Socia Christiana, the healer. How can I be of assistance to the two of you? A funny story that one is. The true story, Melric, is that I took Hlomar as a traveling companion for protection only for the road to Caldera. Along the way, he was getting entirely too friendly for his own good to the point where I actually had to cast a sleep spell on him. Just to teach him a lesson in manners, I stripped him and left him by the road. If he's sure he didn't come after me for retribution, I took the cloud claver he's already fawning over as well. I don't think he's ready to get it back quite yet. I can still see the rage burning in those tiny Nord eyes of his. However, if he meets me in 3 days at the Mage's Guild Hall in Caldera, I will return everything I have of his, but not a minute sooner. Tell him that is my offer. Joshua Hulomar. Oh my god. Oh my god, it is Tomar. No. It looks nothing like him. Oh fuck, we should have made my character Tomar. Well, I'll not be waiting another 3 days to have my bloody axe when it is the hands of that damned witch. Are you going to help me, friend, or are you believing the lies spilling out of that witch's face? I think you need to calm down, dude. I think you're being a little ridiculous.
You will die where you stand.
Hlomar Weinsalt was not pleased in the least to hear that he would not have his item back immediately and demanded I choose a side. I've chosen the side of the Socia.
I will bathe in your blood. You should have picked an easier opponent.
Please, don't do this. This is embarrassing. Hello, Mar.
You're growing weak.
Hello, Mar, please. Mmm. Well. What a rotten way to die. I'm sorry to hear he is dead, but he was a fool. Such is the way fools meet their end, and I will take Cloud Cleaver to one who can handle its power. Hlormar's obsession with that axe led to his death. I'll leave it with someone who can use it well. I thank you for your help, stranger. I think that hothead would have killed me had he not intervened. Here, take these potions as my gift to you, and seek me out if you ever require my services in the future. Quality, restore health, restore fatigue, fortify health. Can I have the axe? Ah, I just get potions from you? Okay. Well. Alright, so let me check something. Okay. It's to Aldrune, right, alright. Alright, so... Oh, actually, this is like... Ooh, okay, this is actually really close to where I want to be. I do remember them being close by to each other. My movement speed is actually pretty high already. This is actually really good. Aldrune, right, so we're gonna head this way. She should be on this road. Around here somewhere. Oh god, I was like, why is the music... I should probably sleep at some point. Love the animations in this game. Oh, there's the other one. Are they that close to each other? Wait. We've already helped this one out. Yeah, here's the other one. I forgot they were like that. Is she the same? Damned witches. There's no way that... Maybe we should have killed her if she's just going around, like, cursing all these Nords. Let me check something. I'm pretty sure I'm getting this right. Like, yeah, it's northwest of... Yeah, it's northwest of Caldera, but it's like, it's on the way to Aldrune. So I've just gotta, like, find out, like, how far, like, along the road this guy is. Let's see. There's the Argonian, who sold us, like, the cursed clothes. I wonder if we can tell him that we did his quest. Your help was appreciated, friend of Rasha. Ah. Nothing else, okay. There's a little bit of area I haven't explored over there. Maybe he's, like, on the road over... toward here. Yeah, okay, we haven't been to this area. Probably down this road. I really need to raise... I really need to raise my alteration. What was the other alterations? It was on Ducey's opening door. That's actually really helpful. Open 50 points. Pretty much don't need lockpicks anymore at this point. Or for like lower level locks. Probably for like high level stuff I'll have to get like a better version of the spell, but I think 50 should be like good enough to open like most doors. Where is this guy? Is this him? Hello? No, it is not. Sjorvar Horsemouth. Okay. Just some guy. Some guy chilling out in the wilderness. Alright, northwest of Caldera. If we retrace our steps back, surely I'll see him on the side of the road. Oh. Oh, is this... Are you... Yes, or her, yeah. Yeah, she's got him.
If you want something, now's the time to talk.
Hello. Hey there, yes, you interested in making a deal? Yes, I am. Look, I'm just a poor merchant just trying to make my way to Narmak with some trade goods. I could use an escort, though, since mine seem to have buggered off. If you're willing to take me there, I'll give you... No, I shouldn't. Although it is a dangerous trip. Alright, I'll give you the boots of blinding speed, although I'll be overpaying you by quite a bit. Excellent. Although it seems to be quite a high payment, the boots of blinding speed are a rare and wondrous thing. Never mind, I've made the deal and I'm an honest woman. Let's get going. I've agreed to escort Pimini to Narmak in exchange for some enchanted boots she currently has in her inventory. Tell me about the boots. A wondrous pair of boots indeed. The name says it all. I would hate to ever... the name says it all. I would hate to ever part with them. Alright, so we're heading to Narmak. So I forget... Let me see. Because this is a funny detail. I want to see if I can show it off. Yeah, let's talk. Okay, so we're gonna talk to some people in Narmak whenever we do this. Yeah. So it's like I remember doing this like for the first time, and like after the fact, I was like, I remembered that like some NPCs had something to say about her, but I never knew that if you like repeatedly asked her about the bounty, that she would become hostile. Thought it was just like another like thing to add on to like the joke of the quest. So I wonder like how high my speed is gonna be, because we're doing this kind of like, not like late in the game, but like usually you kind of find these like at an earlier level when your speed is like bad. It's like we're gonna be fast as hell whenever we actually put these on. Alright, Narmok is down here. And your boots seem to not be working. They don't seem to be working too well. She should be outrunning me. Wonder if they're just like hard coded for like while she's wearing them, they don't do anything. See if I can snipe him from here. Hey, there we go. Look at that. Yeah, you get him. Oh no. Okay. Oh, no, there she is. She's sped up a little bit there. Hey, there you go. Alright. Just through the swamp. Oh yeah, I can kind of see the road. There's like barely a road here. Love having range. I've never tried doing a like a bow focused. Why are you hitting the squid thing? Why are you doing that to the, what is it called again? The bull netch. You have killed a breeding bull netch. Well, I hope you're happy. I've never played a like a bow focused character, but I know that like arrows work really weird in Morrowind. Like, just, like, the travel speed and, like, the way they act is kind of weird. Like, compared to Oblivion and Skyrim, they just kind of feel a little, like, off. Yeah, let's talk to some people. Hello. Can you tell me about Pimenier the Trader? Oh, that one. She's got a bounty on her head, I believe. No one would bother trying to collect it. She's a slippery one. Often deals in shoddy items. Great promise, but low reward, you know. There's a price on her head, though. I don't know how much. People don't take kindly to being sold shoddy goods. I've been told by some locals that the trader Pimenier has a bounty on her head and should not be trusted. Was this close enough? Thanks for your help. I suppose it's only fair I give you your reward. Here, take them, though. It pains me to give them. You are now the owner of the boots of blinding speed. bounty? On my head? Preposterous. Must be a case of mistaken identity. I can't imagine why anyone would want to arrest me. I've always been an honest trader. When questioned about having a bounty on her head, Peminier told me that it simply wasn't true, and it was probably a case of mistaken identity. She sounded insincere at best. As I told you, it must have been someone else they were thinking of. This conversation is quickly becoming tiresome. Peminier has become increasingly agitated when asked about the bounty. I fear there is more to this honest trader than meets the eye. That's quite enough from you, Dark Elf. I'll take my leave of you now. Peminier became so enraged when I asked her again about the bounty that she declined to follow me any further. That woman is clearly not the simple trader she claims to be. You've offended me for the last time. Oh, I heard she met an untimely end when on one of her trade excursions. Some trader, all she ever sold was low quality and poorly enchanted. Only a real scuttlehead would deal with that thief. Alright, so I can finally show these off. Let me find somewhere that's like got a good stretch of like open road. I just want to show that. Oh, this is good. This is good. Alright. So, the Boots of Blinding Speed do exactly what they say, and I mean, like, exactly. So, we're going to put these on. Blind 100% on self, fortify speed 200 points, constant effect. So, I'm going to put these on. We're going to notice. That I can't see a thing. But if you look at the minimap, I am, like, insanely fast. So... until I get a Resist Magicka, we are not going to be able to use the Boots of Blinding Speed. As promised, they do exactly what they say. It's like... I did something like this before in a D&D game, where it was really funny. Where what I did was...
Speak quickly, Outlander, or go away.
This is way more north than I was planning on going. Solstheim. Ooh, no, I don't want to go to Solstheim. Is I made a Ring of Invisibility. That whenever the ring is put on a character's finger, the ring just goes invisible. I was really proud of that one. I was like, yeah. Oh, is this the town where... Oh, it is. I think this is the town where, like, you, for, like, if you join the Imperial Legion, this is the town where, like, you evict, like, a widow from her house for the first quest. Take a drink here. Let's, Where
is that snake?
let me actually see who sells Resist Magicka. Yeah, we can create potions of Magicka. It's restoration. Okay, but who sells it? Yeah, we could get like the Curse of Savior's Hide, but like that doesn't. Yeah. Resist Magica potions in Balmora. Oh yeah, we could do. Okay, so we could just buy. Yeah, we could buy a bunch of Resist Magica potions, and then just keep the boots on, and then just like keep them repaired because like it's in effect as long as like you keep them on. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, yeah, let's go to Balmora. Oh, whoops. We're gonna have to take like a trip here to Alderaan, but we can use the Mage Guild services. Yeah, let's do this. Okay.
I'm a
Not even gonna let you finish.
How does the day greet you, friend?
Let's see if this guy has any. Got some potions on you? Disease resistance, flexion, invisibility, fortify magicka. Nope. Okay. How much? What's the condition on these? 50 out of 50. So half of my boots. That's not great, but it's worth it for the effect. I have a little, I think probably a little less armor too, but that's fine. So I think they're a armor rating 10. Yeah. Armor rating 20. Yeah, we're gonna have less armor, but it is completely worth it, in my opinion.
Wealth beyond measure.
Oh, we need to rest too. I keep forgetting to do that. Grab one of the beds in the Mages Guild after I grab these potions.
What assistance do you need?
Do you have... Are you the one that sells it? Nalcaria... We do need to buy a Resist Magicka spell. That would be like a better solution, in my opinion. But if I can find... If she has the potions for it. Disease resistance, fortify fatigue. If it's exclusive too, that'll be even better. Light, fire, shield, poison, magicka. She has one. Is that gonna be enough though? Is the thing. Because I don't think one potion is gonna be enough. Because it's blind 100%. Let's see.
Wealth beyond measure.
If not, I'll look for someone who has a spell, and then we can like custom make one. All right, let's see. We are gonna just throw on. Let's see. Poison resistance, fortify, restore magicka, exclusive magicka resistance, 20%. Yeah, 20% for 60. I don't think this is gonna work as well. Yeah, because you can see it's like it's only working partially now. But you can see we have 270 speed. Oh my god. Yeah, just look at that. Look how fast we are. Okay, alright. We'll keep them on for like this for a little bit. Can I turn up my brightness? Will it actually like help a little bit? See, it's like nothing changed. Alright, let's... It's just, everything's insanely washed out now. Let's see who sells a resist magicka spell. Let's see. I need to know who sells it. Merchants. Here we go. Okay. Oh, Ariel in Satanin sells it. Oh shit. Okay, yeah, hang on. We're just gonna go back to... Yeah, we're gonna go to Satanin. Gonna make a little return trip. So I forget because, like... Let's rest too. Hold on.
I don't know where to begin.
So, I forget, like, because our speed increases, I think that should, like, make our athletics go up faster too. Which is really funny. So we don't ever have to level speed, like, ever again. Put personality up a little bit more. Because it kind of needs it. Alright, so now we get to just, like, listen to, like, the little, like... for the rest of the game. I feel like you should, like, throw on, like, the Mr. Krabs, like, walking sound effect on that.
Where would you like to go?
Gotta go fast. Out the way, Fargoth. Hey, Arl. Resist magicka. Alright, so we just need to buy that. It's 5 gold. Alright, and so now... Actually, probably sell some stuff here. Yeah, hold on. So we're gonna need some gold to make this. I probably don't need, like, some of these. Also could sell some of my potions. Fortify willpower. I don't really need these. Alright, I'll keep the belt in case I need that for enchanting. Sell that. Sell the thief ring, I don't really need that. Come on, Arl. Please. Alright. So, now we can go back... 631. Forget how expensive this is going to be. By far my favorite magic item in the game. If only for, like, how it interacts with your animation.
We make a special trip. Just say no.
Thank you. Alright, spell making.
Good friend, you're nearly a legend around here. Please, talk.
Who is it that does spell making? I think it's... Spellmaking, yes. You, okay. Okay, we are gonna need... Resist Magicka. 100. For 3 seconds. Oh, it's only 280 gold? There's no way it's that cheap. Are you serious? Oh my god, that's insane. Yes. We'll do, like... I'll just call it Resist Magicka. Or, like, Greater or something so I can, like, differentiate it. Resist Magicka 100% for 3 seconds on self. Okay. Oh, we don't even have to enchant anything at that point. We just like cast that spell, throw the boots on. Oh shit. Okay, yeah, hold on. Let's... my eyes. Fix the gamma before I, like, just flashbang the entire stream. Alright, so we're gonna... take off the boots. Yeah, that looks normal. Doesn't cast that much Magicka either, which is really nice. See, the problem, though, is its restoration. And we are not the best at that. What is my restoration? It's 15. Alright. We're only gonna have to cast this one time, though. If I get this right, so... Oh, I should probably not have drank... Yeah, it's 28 seconds. I probably should not have drank that much. Nah, it's fine. I'm gonna have to keep casting anyway. I'll just keep trying. Good way to raise the skill anyway. There we go. Got it. And we completely resist the magic. But the speed still works. Look at that. Fast as fuck. The noise kills me. Especially when you're going upstairs, just like brrr.
How may I help you?
Alright, let's go talk to Caius. We're gonna do a little BRB here. I have like a voicemail that I gotta check, and I'm gonna grab like a little snack. We'll be back in like 5 minutes or so. Ooh. All right, sweet. It's not even that low. 17. Armor did not go down that, like, honestly that bad. Okay. So I think I'm gonna talk to Caius because I met all of the Blades contacts. So I just need.
What's there?
Forgot I had shock.
What's there?
Just need to figure out where this book is.
Hello there. How are you?
Progress of Truth. So, did she ever say where I could possibly find one? She said something about, like, the dissonant priests. But I don't remember, like, if she said, like, where she thinks they are. She said something about, like a merchant that could possibly sell them that is, like, keeping them secret. Progress of Truth. Conformance. Here. Okay. Velms, Sadrion. She works here in the library. If she's not here right now, you might find her in her private quarters. Did I already talk to her? Outlander's should be easy to swallow. Reese's copper eyes. Okay, yeah. She works in the library. She's not there. I was in the halls of wisdom. I kind of have like a sneaking suspicion that like there should be like a copy of that book hidden in the library somewhere, or at least in her quarters. Since we have Onduzi's opening now, we can unlock doors pretty easily, so I want to check to see if she's actually hiding a copy in her room. Because I would imagine that she probably is.
We make a special trip just for you. Say hello.
It's in the foreign quarter, I think. This is gonna make walking around Vivek so much nicer. It's like, look at this. So let's see. Corner Club. Alchemist for books. Upper Wasteworks, Enchanter, Foreign Quarter.
What is it?
Not on this level. Yeah.
Go ahead, stranger.
Oh wait, no, it was in the Hall of Justice. Wait, yeah, so it's... by the temple corridor. I think it's like one of these over here. I feel like we're gonna get tired of hearing this, like, very quickly. You can put, whoa, what? Oh, you can put little notes on this? I never knew that. In the temple compound? Okay. Yeah, so further up ahead. Oh, this makes this so much quicker. Here's St. Olms. Farmers and laborers, Dyer's Hall of Fishmongers.
What is it?
One layer above, maybe? Oop. It's not up here. Nope. Is it the actual temple? I think it's the actual, like, temple canton.
Tidy.
The worst part is, like, you can still just keep leveling your speed and you can just, like, keep stacking it. Like, if you have, like, fortified speed potions or something like that, and just, like,
What do you want?
rocket yourself, like, across Morrowind.
Play Outlander. I haven't much time.
Library to Vivek. Okay.
Is there something I can do for you? Yes, Outlander. What do you want?
Get a copy of Progress of Truth. That should tell you the things you need to know. The temple is outlawed. Local booksellers. Okay, that doesn't really tell me where it is, though.
Greetings, Outlander. I think I've heard of you before.
Go on about your business. What do you want? Submit to the three, the spirits and thy lord. Is there something you need?
Yeah, let's check her room. Progress of Truth. Oh. It's just right here. Oh, its own. Oh, they would definitely see me taking this. Ooh. What if I get invisibility? Intervention. I don't have any. I don't have any potions of invisibility. It's like right here, though. much gold do I have? 319. Do I have anything that can make an invisibility potion? Can I like make one like on the spot here? I've got one ingredient for it. Let's find out. No, but you know what? I could probably find some ingredients for that really easily here.
Speak, traveler.
So I think, wow, which canton had the alchemist? God, I hate walking around these. I think it was the foreign quarter. Yeah, let's go to the foreign quarter again. So we know where it's at. Problem is actually getting a hold of it.
What is it, peasant?
Peasant? The boots of blinding speed. You ever watch who you're talking to? Can't just like say that to a guy who like bolts, who just like rushes past you like Usain Bolt in like a mushroom helmet and call him a peasant. It's dirty. Okay, here it is. This is so dumb. This is the dumbest item they've put in any other games. Why doesn't Skyrim have anything like this? This is fucking awesome.
What words do you have for me?
Love the boots of blinding speed so much, man. Okay, do you have anything that can give me invisibility? Please. Detect key, detect enchantment, water breathing. Ooh. Oh, I don't think she's gonna have anything. Oh no. Okay, well that's the apothecary. What about... Alchemist. They were added to Skyrim with the CC, but the blindness is way easier to combat. Ah. Alright, do you have anything that can help me with invisibility? Or do you even have do you just have a potion of invisibility? Hey, Donin06, what's up? Welcome to the stream. We are we're doing some main quest stuff right now. We just got a hold of the boots of blinding speed, and we've gotten around the whole issue with them.
Yes, Outlander?
We're trying to get our hands on the on a banned book that's in the library that's like being watched by temple guards. This is a new playthrough then. It's not a first playthrough, but this is like the first time in a while that I've played Morrowind. Not the first time I've ever played it. Let's see. I just need like one thing to make this invisibility potion that should help me. And you do not have it. If you have a potion of invisibility, that'll work just as fine. I don't think she's gonna have one though. She just straight up has skooma in her inventory. Okay. I guess we know that she will buy Skuman then. That's good to know. Oh, potion of invisibility. What type of build are you going for? I can show you. So we are... so we have named ourselves Melric because we are the great value version of Elric Melbourne, but not Geralt. Which is basically what Geralt is. So we are a spell sword. I've mostly got, like, most of my skills are in, like, long blade and physical stuff, but we're, like, being supplemented by magic. So basically, like, the idea of the character is, like, we're essentially, like, a fighter that just derives, like, most of our strength from, like, buffing ourselves with, like, alteration and potions. So, like, most of my damage is coming from, like, pre-buffing for a fight. I'll throw, like, a fireball out, like, every once in a while, but then, like, swap over to, like, we've got, like, the Blade of White Woe, which I need to get my enchantment up a little bit higher because I want to, because I want to eventually, like, put lifesteal on a sword to kind of, like, help out a little bit. If I could get something with, like, that, then it would be nice. But yeah, we are Dollar General Elric. She did a lot of training off the battle. Yeah, no, I did. Well, so we've got also like I said, so, like, we've got a lot of stuff actually that is just kind of helping with my stats, because I've got the Mentor's Ring is, like, doing a lot of heavy lifting right now because the fortified intelligence and willpower is, like, a huge boost, and, like, that's pretty good. But I did do a lot of training. I think I did most of the training. I did not do any training for light armor. I think most of the training I did was for destruction and alchemy. Longblade is just kind of... Longblade's, like, the easiest because that's just, like, something you're gonna do all the time. I don't really spend much money on training that. That and armor, really. It's the alchemy and the magic stuff that I kind of need to train a bit more on. I think enchanting, too, really. Yeah, I need to get that a little bit higher. So goofy. But yeah, welcome to the channel. Wait, so how long have you been playing on the save? I don't know if I could give you, like, hours, but I think maybe, like, 15, 20? Probably a little bit more than 20. Maybe. Like, if I had to, like, guess. Alright, let's steal this book. Please let this work out. As, like, well as I'm thinking it's going to. Oh, can they still see me? Hey, let's go. Hold on, wait a minute.
Quickly, Outlander. I haven't much time.
Doing kind of similar build to you right now in my playthrough, battle mage type shit. I was really at the start trying to debate if I wanted to go for a symptom buffing with potions mainly. That's kind of the idea that I wanted at first, but then I was kind of like, I'll just do magic. Because, like, if I did buffing with potions mostly, that would be more kind of in line with Elric. But I'm kind of happy with what I've got right now. I was really debating, like, whenever I first started whether or not I would go Dunmer or Breton, because I love playing Bretons. Like, usually, like, for my first playthroughs in, like, Elder Scrolls games, I default to Breton because I like doing, like, arcane, like, I like doing arcane knight style builds in Elder Scrolls. Skull's become Little Caesar's mascot. Bro, I do look like a... I look like the type of guy you would run into in, like, at, like, the peak height of, like, 2013 Dark Souls, like, invasion PvP. Like, this is the type of dude to, like, bust into your game, like, when you're in the forest. And just, like... just, like, engages in, like, gimp attacks. Like, this dude and, like, some guy dressed up as Havel the Rock would just, like, show up and, like, rock your shit. Bretons are awesome for Magic, but I went for Imperial because of the personality. I'm doing the Legion quest anyway, so it makes sense. Forest Covenant. Yeah, he's, like, this is the look. This is the fit that the Forest Covenant gives you. Oh, man. It's been forever since I played Souls 1. I need to go back to that at some point. The Legion quests are fun. I talked about it, like, earlier in one of the streams, but I like the aesthetic that the Legion has in Morrowind, like, much more so than Oblivion. They went back to it in Skyrim, but, like, the
If I can be of any assistance, I'll be happy to help.
Any assistance. The, like, going hard into, like, the Rome look is, like, really cool. Alright, I got your book. Oh, I should read the book before I give it to him. I have your report, and I'll make copies of your notes from Hulea in the Progress of Truth. Oh, okay, so I get to hold on to it. Give me time to read and digest all this. In the meantime, I'm promoting you to Journeyman. You're doing good work. Here are 200 drakes. Go buy me some skooma. Go and treat yourself to a new pair of shoes. Too late. Go do some jobs for the guilds or other freelance work just to keep your cover story current, or get some training. Then when you're fit and rested, come back and I'll have new orders for you. We can just jump to the next quest, I'm pretty sure. Not ready for you. Oh, okay, he's not ready for us yet. Okay, so we can do Mage Guild stuff then, I guess. Not ready for you yet. I told you go out and brush up on your skills, do some freelance work to support your cover story, or your shopping, or do some sightseeing. Just leave me alone and let me think. Quote unquote, let me think. Good skooma pipe. The spoon is what kills me. If it was just the skooma pipe, that'd be like, oh, okay, yeah, he's just like some stoner guy. But he has a spoon. It's like, Jesus Christ, Caius. He's like doing hard shit too. Like, fuck. What's cool, doesn't that also play into the idea that the Romans had a distinct armor, one of the Eastern empires? Listen, third century armor is still cool. I like the stereotypical Roman look, even though I know that, like, okay, even though like Marian Reform armor is really cool, I like that too. Like the little the little plumes they have, like, during, like, the Republic period are pretty cool, but the heavy like 3rd century armor is, like, iconic. Looks cool. I love it too much. I don't care. It's cool. It's rule of cool. Also, thanks for the follow, Donan.
I don't know where to begin. It is such an honor.
We like to get off topic sometimes on, like, history related stuff, because I do like playing history related games, and it is my area of study. So we'll sometimes, like, go off topic very often. I think Bobson, if he's still hanging out here, he's also a historian. He's more into the he's more into, like, Cold War stuff, which is, like, an area that I'm, like, I know like basic stuff and like a little bit here and there, but like not enough to like pull something like, you know, like out of my hat. Cold War's my jam. Yeah. Yeah, it's like I know a little bit about it, but I like don't know enough to where I could like randomly like pull something out to like talk about. All right, I think Aldaroon, we had a quest for one of the mages guilds. Actually, hold on. I want to do something here. You I want to talk to because oh, whoops. I should probably not do that in front of like everybody in the guild. Like, what the fuck are you doing? All right, never mind. Never mind. We're not opening that. We have to be invisible when we do it. Shadow Wizard communist game. Love reading about communist economics. Oh man, I've got some books I've got to go over that like are kind of related to like Cold War. I still got to get through the Gulag Archipelago because that's like been on my reading list for a while. I've read like little bits and pieces of it. But I've also got, what else? I've got a book on the one of the I think the second Chechen War. It's like called Corner of Hell or something that I need to get through. Yeah, the Archipelago is like one of my like gotta get to that one because I was like I need to read this one. That stuff is really fucked up to read about. Okay, which mages guild did I have a quest for? Oh god, the invisible guy. Yeah. We've left that poor guy in Vivek just like hanging. Ah, the potion. Sadrith Mora. Okay. Oh god, where is that again? Wolverine Hall here.
What?
What's that dude's cut? Dude's got the Vegeta cut going on. Damn.
I think that tavern girl was looking at me. How can I tell her? Not interested.
Nice. I love the ambient dialogue. It's so funny.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
It's funny until like everybody in the room starts like sniffing or coughing like all at the same time. Then it's like just like an assault on my ears. Skinking trees, shade, and Sadrith Mora. Hello. Right now I'm busy making a detect creatures potion for Edwina and Aldaroon. Yes, of course, soft skin. Take this potion back to Edwina along with my apologies. Speak with me again next time you are here. I may have some duties for you, Conjure. Major reason why the US didn't adopt the FAL is because they performed horribly in winter conditions and poorly in desert conditions.
All right then. I'm listening. Well,
I can see that, yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh god. One of the things that like I need to see if I can get my hands on, which I would have like absolutely no use for it, but like because of where I live, but the they might have it on like Grand's Parts Kit website. There's a winter trigger for the M1 Grand that I would never use it, but I would kind of want to have it because like so the winter trigger the winter trigger for the M1 Grand is like infamously like bad because it is like very easy to misfire on it because of how like oversized it is. Like the idea was like to let me see if I can like show you guys a picture of like what I'm talking about. It's so it was like designed for like around the time the Battle of the Bulge was happening. And they made this trigger that, like, yeah, just looking at it right now, this is a bad idea. My god. Yeah, let me pull this up for you guys. So the idea was, like, okay, our troops are going to have, like, a hard time, like, reaching the trigger when they're in winter gloves. So what if we make a trigger that just, like, extends outside the guard? You can kind of picture, like, how this is a bad idea. Like, one, if it's on safety and you have winter gloves on, you have to take your gloves off to get the safety out. So you wouldn't want to have your safety on. But if you have your safety off and you're just, like, gripping your rifle like a normal human being, if you go to grab your rifle in the wrong position and you just, like, grab onto it like that, that pulls it back and the trigger's going off. So it's like, this is such a bad idea. Like, honestly, it would have been better if they had just, like, gotten rid of the trigger guard and, like, made it, like, a separate safety, I think. Yeah, oh my god. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, that is. Oh. Oh, no. Like, I kind of want one. Stay mad, semi-pistol grip fans. Dude, I need to get my M1, like, back out on the range at some point. It's been, like, forever since I've, like, taken it out. Use your potion. Excellent. Excellent. Why don't I give you a potion more useful to a conjurer in the field? Exclusive potion of shadow has been added to your inventory. Ooh. Straight wrist chads. Oh. Oh god, like the Mosin grip. God. Oh, I hate it. I hate it.
How fare thee, friend?
I love my Mosin, but, like, good god. Should totally get a Carcano. I would get a Carcano if like the ammo wasn't so hard to come by. I'm still beating myself up for, like, not buying a Yugoslavian Mauser that I could have had, like, 2 years ago for, like, $400, which they are now going for, like, 600. I'm really upset about that. It's not that hard to get. Yeah, I know, like, not hard to get, but I mean, like, cost-wise. There's no, like, Privy Partisan sells it. Like, the cost of it right now is just, like, I can't really justify getting one. Oh, it's like 8x56 Mannlicher. Oh, not like 8x56 Mannlicher. Yeah, yeah. Let's see what this Chameleon 20% for 60 seconds. That's okay. Cyril Onway in the Mages Guild in Vivek has somehow acquired a copy of Chimar Vam Vimidium. It's the 6th volume of Marabar Soul's Ancient Tales of the Dwemer. Ooh. Most of the Ancient Tales are not truly Dwemer in origin, but this one may be an exception. It deals with some sort of golem or centurion. Would you be willing to borrow this book from me? Cost of 6x52 Carcanos and Flight right now because they're still getting them as unboards. Yeah. That's how a lot of it is with, like... It's just like buying surplus ammo is like... I knew this when I picked up the hobby. It's just like... Sometimes it's just like the cost is like a pain. Oh my god. Guild sanctioned theft now. I mean, I guess it's like better than guild sanctioned like murder or like intimidation, but... God. Just straight up. Yeah, here's 2 scrolls of Undoosies unhinging. Here you go, buddy. You know what to do. She probably keeps the book near her in the Mages Guild in Vivek. Do whatever it takes to get this book and return it to me. If you're caught stealing, of course, it is a crime against the guild, so be careful and take these scrolls just in case. By the way, I didn't tell you to do this. Thanks. God, this fucking guild.
Greetings.
And that chameleon potion's gonna help us do this. Like, oh my god, Straight up the Mafia. Cyril on Wade. Alright.
Do you want something?
Oh, hi. Where you keep your book at? Don't mind me. We are just gonna... Oh, hey, there it is. Whoa, what is this? Take that one, too. Do you think she hears, like, the stock magic effect whenever I'm doing that? Just, like, muffled, like, beyond our closet door? And she just decides not to do anything about it? Hey. That's a long one. At some point I need to, like, just go through and, like, read through all the books in my inventory. Like, not on stream, but just, like, on my own time. Oh, hey. Oh. Oh, this might be some lore stuff. We can read through this. After many battles, it was clear who would win the war. The Chimer had great skills in magic and bladery, but against the armored battalions of the Dwemer, clad in the finest shielding wrought by Jinago, there was little hope of their ever winning. In the interest of keeping some measure of peace in the land, Slovin, the warlord, agreed to a truce with Kiranathel, Bareth the Beast. In exchange for the disputed lands, Slovin gave Bareth a mighty golem which could protect the Chimer's territory from the excursions of the northern barbarians. Bareth was delighted with his gifts and brought it back to his camp, where all his warriors gaped in awe at it. Sparkling golden hue, it resembled a Dwemer cavalier with a proud aspect. To test its strength, they placed the golem in the center of an arena and flung magical bolts of lightning at it. Its ability was such that few of the bolts struck it. It had the wherewithal to pivot on its hips and to avoid the brunt of the attacks without losing its balance, feet firmly planted on the ground. A volt of fireballs followed, which the golem ably dodged, bending its knees and its legs to spin around the blasts. A few times it was struck, it made certain to be hit in the chest and waist, the strongest parts of its body. The troops cheered at the sight of such an agile and powerful creation. This leading the defense, the barbarians of Skyrim would never again successfully raid their villages. They named it Chimer Vimidium, the hope of the Chimer. Bareth has the golem brought to his chambers with all his house thanes. There they tested Chimer Vimidium, further its strength, its speed, its resiliency. They could find no flaw with its design. Imagine when the naked barbarians first meet this on one of their raids, laughed one of the house thanes. It is only unfortunate that it resembles a Dwemer instead of one of our own kind, mused Kiranathel Bareth. It is revolting to think that they will have a greater respect for our other enemies than us. Oh my god. I think we should never accepted the peace terms that we did, said another, one of the most aggressive of the house thanes. Is it too late to surprise the warlord Stovin with an attack? It is never too late to attack, said Bareth. But what of his great armored warriors? I understand, said Bareth's spymaster, that his soldiers always wake at dawn. If we strike an hour before, we can catch them defenseless before they've had a chance to bathe, let alone don their armor. If we capture their armorer, Jinago, then we too would know the secrets of blacksmithery, said Bareth. Let it be done. We attacked tomorrow an hour before dawn. So it was settled. The Chimer army marched at night and swarmed into the Dwemer camp. They were relying on Chimer Vimidium to lead the first wave, but it malfunctioned and began attacking the Chimer's own troops. Added to that, the Dwemer were fully armored, well-rested, and eager for battle. The surprise was turned, and most of the high-ranking Chimer, included Kiranathel Bareth the Beast, were captured. Though they were too proud to ask, Sothen explained to them that he had been warned of their attack by a calling by one of his men. What man of yours is in our camp? Sneered Bareth. Chimer Vimidium, standing erect by the side of the captured, removed its head. Within its metal body was Jinago the Armorer. A Dwemer child of 8 can create a golem, he explained, but only a truly great warrior in armor can pretend to be one. Publisher's note, this is one of the few tales in this collection which can actually be traced to the Dwemer. The wording of the story is quite different from older versions in Aldemarius, but the essence is the same. Kamar Vimidium may be the Dwemer. Nikmar Thurnidams. God, that's tough. This word occurs several times in plans of Dwemer armor and in Homunculi, but its meaning is not known. It's almost certain not hope of the Chimer, however. The Dwemer were probably of the first to use heavy armors. It is important to note that a man dressed in armor could fool many of the Chimer in this story. Wait. Important to note how a man dressed in armor could fool. Okay. Also note how the Chimer warriors react. When the story was first told, armor that covered the whole body must have still been uncommon and new. Whereas even then, Dwemer creations like golems and centurions were well known. In a rare scholarly moment, Marabar Sewell leaves few pieces to the original story intact, such as parts of the original line in Aldemaris, a Dwemer of 8 can create a golem, but an 8 of 1 Dwemer can become one. Another aspect of this legend that scholars like myself find interesting is the mention of the calling. This legend and others, there's a suggestion that the Dwemer race as a whole has some sort of silent and magical communication. There are records of the Sigic order which suggest they too share this secret. Whatever the case, there are no documented spells of calling. The Cyrodiil historian Borgusolus Melior first proposed as a solution of the disappearance of the Dwemer. He theorized that in the first era of 668, the Dwemer enclaves were called together by one of their powerful philosopher-sorcerers, Kagarnak, in some documents, to embark on a great journey, one of such sublime profundity that they abandoned all their cities and lands to join the quest to foreign climes as an entire culture. So that's got a lot of lore stuff, yeah. Yeah, the first mention of Janago, I think, which he comes back at some point later on, he is important. But also the Dwemer disappearance, which is like a massive part of the main quest. The Nords were just trying to increase the fervor of Asatru. They were trying to get their great blot on. Oh yeah, what does this look like in... Wait. I love these animations. I love the animations in this game so much, man.
Ah, a visitor. What may I do for you?
I'm done committing thievery against my fellow mage.
To what do I owe this pleasure?
Maybe worth giving Elder Kings to a try for a stream. I would like doing that, actually, yeah. That could definitely be on the to-do list, which I needed to show you guys the list that I came up with. I think I posted it in the Discord, which, let me go ahead and post that now since we have some new people in chat. There you go. Yeah, I'd be down for that, definitely. There's so much stuff in like the backlog that I want to stream. I will return the book to you soon, but in the meantime I have more duties for you. I've been distracted from my studies by several reports from Margon. Apparently there is some sort of disturbance at Hulin's hut. Wasn't that one of our contacts for the main quest? Since Hulin is a member of the guild, we really ought to do something about the disturbances. I simply haven't had the time to do it myself. My research is in an absolutely critical phase. Would you go to Margon and take a look for me? I'm pretty sure she was one of our contacts. Go to Margon, I'm sure someone there can give you further directions. Take care of this for me so I can continue my studies in peace. No, Hulea was our contact. Alright, over in Margon, which is... Oh, isn't that, Let's ball East. Yeah, okay, yeah.
must be going, so if you could make it quick.
I think we can take the Silt Strider there. Yeah, we can. Yeah.
We make a special trip just for you. Same low price.
We probably could have just like run there, considering like our move speed now. Alright. Lena. Let's see. Where is she? And just Gary's hut. Just Gary. Let's go further in the town. I don't think we've... I'm a sleeper. Yeah, Dagoth calls you to the mountain.
Make it quick, Outlander.
Oh my god. You may not like it, but Fargoth has the ideal male body. Real and true.
Watch out that man.
Oh, you're not the sleeper? Are you the sleeper? Beneath our mountain lord Dagoth sleeps when he wakes. Yeah. Just right next to this guy, sure. It's outside the town walls to the southeast near the shrine. Near the shrine. Fargoth lays in our dreams. No, not that far. I need to... Oh god, we should download the Fargoth mod. mixed with like the... Oh my god, Ghostgate is right there. That mixed with the AI voice acted mod. It would be fucking hilarious. Oh shit. Uh-oh. She's gonna be dead, isn't she? The doors of the spirit. Uh-oh. The ancestors are among us. Among us! They are never farther away than the waiting door. The ancestors are not departed. The dead are not under the earth. Their spirits are in the restless wind, in the fire's voice, in the foot-smothered step. Pay heed to these things and you will know your absent kin. Pay reverence through a gift of prayer, through gift and prayer. Acquaint the ancestors with your affairs, with your comings and goings, with your blessings and trials. From the waiting door comes your protection. Heed the spirits who are the guardians of your hearth, teachers of wisdom, counselors of fortune, seers of fate. Each bone is a door through the wall of the world. Each bone is the road, with wisdom and power. The travelers. Each bone is the ghost fence that guards us from evil. Honor the ancestors upon your hearths, within your halls, in the community of your temples, and the solitude of your tombs. Guard your ancestors from beasts, from thieves, from profane priests and sorcerers. Let no creature steal your spirits, for the plundered hearth is diminished and the plundered tomb is shamed. Live in one world with your spirits. Honor the spirits within and without you. Do not grieve for the dead. Take shelter in their arms and pay heed to their words. Okay. Oh. Huh? You're not Hulina.
I'm listening.
Who?
Please,
Who?
go ahead.
Is the scamp really gone? Thank you, whoever you are. This is all my fault. I spoke with Listian Barilus, Huline's apprentice. He apparently summoned a scamp and then lost control of it. Everything seems to be under control now. At first he did everything I told him, but he tricked me. It wasn't really under my control. Then he started tearing the place up and he took all my clothes. I locked myself in the closet. It's just been horrible. I don't want to be a sorcerer anymore. I won't ever summon another Daedra as long as I live. I wanted to be a real sorcerer, not just Hulina's apprentice for the rest of my life. I wanted to prove I could summon a scamp, and Huline would have to take me seriously. I'm glad this is all over now. Thanks for killing the scamp. Wow. Well, at least she's not just straight up dead. There's too many quests with naked people. I'm starting to see a pattern. Everyone in Morrowind's walking around without pants or without clothes. Remember that guy who Sheogorath killed because he tried growing a beard? Wait, which one was that? Was that in Oblivion? I need to replay Shivering Isle. I gotta go back and replay a lot of shit, dude. Oh, check this out. Oh, dude, this is... Oh, hell yeah. We can outrun everything. It's a body in the Shivering Isles. Ah. Oh, yeah. Right, because there's... Now there's beards in Oblivion. What am I talking about? I was like, oh yeah, because the character models... Well... Wait, no, there's not. Hold on, wait. I'm gonna go... I'm going crazy. Am I misremembering? Yeah, there are no beards in Oblivion. Yeah, only Sheo has a beard. Yeah. I was like, yeah, no one has a beard in Oblivion. Uh-oh. Oh, the cliff racers can still catch me. This is so stupid looking. Just running backwards, smacking it. Oh my god. I can outrun everything except cliff racers. We can never truly run from the cliff racer that it lies within us. This is so stupid looking, man. Oh my god. Just flying around, just like whacking like the wildlife, setting them on fire at like Mach speed. Come here. Without casting the spell, that's impossible. Ow. Let's back off. Need more magic, need more health. Hello? Talk to you in a second. What are you doing up here? Spite on my rage, I'm still just a scrib in a cage. Oh, ow. Hey, who are you? You stranger, please can you help me? While traveling with my wife, we were set upon by a pack of wild neck hounds. There must have been 3 at least. It was hard to tell in the confusion. Perhaps you've seen them around here. Anyway, Falanu smartly tried to play dead while I fought them off. They were too much for me. They chased me off. I ran away from where my wife was lying so as not to draw them close to her. I fear, however, they could have gone back for her. Can you help me? 2 of us together can certainly find her and kill the foul beast should they show themselves again. Hydrate, thank you. Rock's mention of that the other day reminded me that I should probably add that, just so I can, as like a little reminder.
Quickly, Outlander. I haven't much time.
Oh, there's one. Ow. So where... You're sounding a little hoarse there. Yeah, I know, I'm not used to talking a whole lot, so like it happens like even though I've been like doing this for like about a year at this point, like I'm still not used to like talking this much. Like straight up, like I will actually go like days on end sometimes without talking, just because like I'm very quiet, like in real life. Like I just don't have a lot to say. I feel like I don't have a lot to say. It's only ever when like certain topics or like whatever like get brought up that I'm like, okay, now we can talk. Thing's diseased. Okay, well, where's this guy's wife gonna be? He wasn't very specific when he said... Did he, like, get off the road or something? I've lost track of him. Oh, that's gonna... I didn't even think about this. The boots are gonna make escort missions really tough now. Oh god, there he is. Where's your wife? I must get back to my wife before they return and go. She's close to the town wall. Okay. Swiggity swooty, I'm coming for the booty. Oh, there she is. Hello. Alright, now we gotta wait for dude to show up.
Speak, traveler.
Oh god, does he even know where I'm at, though? Don't get killed by, like, a random cliff racer. Oh god, he snuck up on me, jeez. I'm gonna have to actually babysit them now. Yep, you can do it. Come on, pathfinding. Nope, up here.
Quickly, Outlander, or go away.
I don't want to talk to her about Solstheim. She's right here. Oh god, please come up here. She's right there. Hello?
My time is precious, so make it quick.
A terrible place. Can you tell Vardenfell mostly wasn't handcrafted? A little bit, yeah. Just a tiny bit. Come on, please.
I'm waiting.
God, there's like no physics, so I can't like push her down.
I'm waiting.
I guess if he's not gonna... Is he gonna follow me back, or is he... I think he's just bugged out. Yeah, he's just bugged out. Okay, I'll leave him there. It's not... It's the reason why the pathing is so bad. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave him there. I'm sure it's not anything like too big of a reward. That's fine. Not gonna be beat up about it. Let's go turn this quest in.
Welcome, friend. The day is yours. What should we talk about?
So Houlian's apprentice summoned a scamp, is that all? I can't believe I was distracted from my studies for something so trivial. Speaking of which, I discovered those scrolls during my research. You may find them these scrolls. You may find them useful. 2 scrolls of the 5th barrier. A skill book? Oh. Yeah, that's fine. Can you believe this isn't about a Dwemer construct at all? This book was completely useless. What? I don't know about that. In any case, I need you to return the book before Cyril Lonway suspects anything. Return the book wherever you found it. Okay. I wonder if there's like a thing where you can like turn her into like another member of the Mages Guild for like asking you to do thievery.
Go ahead.
That would be like an interesting... What if I ask her about the book?
I hope you won't take too much of my time.
You can! How did you... I mean, where did you get a copy of Chimera Vidium? I've been looking for this book. Perhaps you're willing to part with it? Wait, did she steal it from somebody? Oh, no, okay. Thank you. I won't forget this. Just a suggestion. Keep quiet about this book. Some members of the Mage Guild can be very jealous. Huh. Well, I have never heard of such a book. Okay. Ah, okay, you can't turn her in. Check my... okay. Book has been returned. Good work, Conjurer. Once I know the location of some Dwemer ruins, I'll be asking you to travel to some dangerous places. These amulets will help you return safely. Oh! Yo! Divine and Almcivian intervention. Yo, that's insane.
Share your thoughts, friend. I enjoy the company.
That's awesome. At this delicate phase of my research, I need to study a Dwemer tube. They're easy enough to find. I believe I saw some Arkanguthung Sturdooms when I was last there, some in there. Would you be willing to travel there and bring me back the Dwemer tube? I appreciate your dedication, Melric. Is northwest of Nisus. There's an easier way to get there. Go to Aldvelothi and follow the coast to the west. Take the Silt Strider to Nisus and follow the roads north. I will mark Aldvelothi on your map. Sweet. Alright, I think we are actually gonna end off here because I have to go. I'm going to go celebrate a birthday with my brother. Picked him up a copy. Oh, oh, I exited out of the game instead of alt-tabbing. Oh, no. Oh, no. Alright. Oh, fuck. I forgot. Now we're gonna be stuck here. Alright. I have to do the raid through my phone. Shit. Okay. Oops. This is my bad. Here, we are gonna raid. See if anybody's streaming. I think we'll raid. Some more Vine Sauce people are live right now. We'll raid Limes. I forgot about that. I think that's Lime's channel. Yeah, we'll go ahead and raid her. I will try to get a schedule. Well, we'll try to finish up Silent Hill 3 Sunday. I don't know how the schedule is going to end up looking next week and for the rest of July, since summer semester is starting. I'm probably going to take like about a week break to kind of like get a feel for how my schedule is going to be looking. But expect me to kind of go on like a miniature hiatus, quote unquote. Like I'll try to like maybe get like a few streams in during the weekends or like on Sundays. But yeah.